Hello everyone, welcome to my channel What I Think of. So today I'm going to review UFC Fight Night between Kathleen Vieira and Misha Tate. This event happened on Saturday 20th November. Okay, let's now talk about prelims. So the first bout in prelims was a women strawweight bout between Luana Pinero from Brazil and Sam Hughes from US. It was predominantly a boring fight and easily won by Luana Pinero being the more experienced fighter than Sam Hughes. It was not that much interesting fight. The only thing that I think I should point out here, overall it was a boring fight, but something I saw in this bout and that of Luana Pinero. Luana Pinero, while in the middle of a bout, she suddenly goes into a sequence of extremely fast paced shots. Like, something of a fast forward motion. You press fast forward button and the punches would be in double the speed. Something like that Luana Pinero does in her fight. She starts her onslaught, from nowhere. She will go easy. Suddenly she will start her onslaught and bishum 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 bishum. Something like that she does. I mean her onslaught like 10 to 15 punches or 7 to 10 punches she will throw in that sequence. I think that fast paced sequence made her win this fight, I would say. And also in the first round she got an easy takedown over Sam Hughes. That's also has helped her. But those sequences of bishum 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 that I think sealed the win for her. And Sam Hughes had no answer of those fast-paced sequences. Okay, the next bout in the prelims was a featherweight bout between Shailon, not this name is how to pronounce, Nordembeke and Sean Soriano. Wow, the names, difficult names galore. Sean Soriano from US and Shailon Nordembeke was from China. I loved that fight. Shailon Nordembeke won easily. What a wrestler, grappler he is. He didn't have a good first round, but he did tremendously well in second and third round. He is an absolute brilliant grappler. I think he is up to par with some of the great Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighters. His grappling is so good. He in second and third round, Nordembeke showed that once he had Sean Soriano under his clinch, he would not let him go easily. In the third round, he dominated. He put a triangle also, body triangle on Sean Soriano, and Sean Soriano did everything to get out, but in the end he just couldn't get out at all. What a what a performance by Nordembeke. What a wrestler he is. Another good thing. He in the third round, I believe, he did a suplex over Sean Soriano. He is so good of a wrestler. He did a suplex. Oh, I loved it. DC also loved it. Wow. Such a good wrestler in UFC. One thing is that if a guy like Nordembeke wants to succeed in UFC, he has to concentrate on his boxing game also. His boxing game is nothing to talk home about, I would say. But his wrestling game is, wow, one of the best, I believe. Very good. I'm really looking forward to, his match with the likes of, say, any good Brazilian fighter. That would be a fight to see. Okay, the next bout in the prelims was a flyweight bout between Cody Durden and Richie Long. It was a good fight. Both of the fighters put up a lot of fight. It was a grueling fight. Cody Durden was just exhausted at the end of first round. He did a lot of takedown attempts. His takedown game, ground game, grappling game is of course very good than Richie Long. Richie Long doesn't seem to have the ground game, I believe. He's just basically relied on the boxing stuff. That's it. But Cody Durden won in the end because he had more ground control, I believe. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Both fighters put up a lot of shots. Richie Long uppercut is very good. Oh, and Cody Durden took a lot of uppercuts from Richie Long but stayed there. And kudos to Cody Durden. At the end of first round, he was exhausted. He maintained his exposure, he maintained his fitness to the third round and did a lot of ground control time, which is why he won. Okay, the next bout in the prelims was a women's strawweight bout between Loma Lubumi and Lupi Gorgenas. Let me say something about Lupi Gorgenas first of all. This is her fourth fight in year 2021. She just does not want to take rest at all. She just wants to fight, 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 fight. That goes to show her hunger for success in the UFC. Kudos to her. I have nothing to say other than to appreciate that. I mean, a fighter's will to appear again and again and as fast as possible as he can, that shows the urge he or she has to win it. Wow. And Lupi Gorgenas won this bout easily because, of course, the fact that her opponent this time round was not good at all. Loma Lubumi just didn't know what she was doing. She had absolutely horrendous takedown defense. Okay, Lupi Gorgenas did a lot of good takedowns, but still, Loma Lubumi doesn't seem to have any takedown defense, or perhaps she doesn't know how to defend a takedown attempt from the opponent. I don't know. It was an absolute dominant performance, an easy win for Lupi Gorgenas. Perhaps we will see her in December, I believe. There are probably one or two to three events that UFC will hold in December. At least two, I believe. So we might see Lupi in one of those. I mean, she wants to fight every chance she get. So the next bout in the prelims was a lightweight bout between Rafa Garcia and Levy. Easy win for Rafa Garcia. Rather a boring bout. Levy is so inexperienced. He couldn't do anything. Levy was swinging so hard at times in all three rounds, so much so that he would give his back to Garcia and Garcia would easily take him down. So yeah, easy win for Rafa Garcia. He has a good grappling game and Levy just didn't know what to do. One-sided affair, nothing interesting. Okay, now it's time for the featured bout of prelims. That was between Pat Sabatini and Tucker Lutz. What an awful bout it was. Totally one-sided affair. Pat Sabatini, of course, is a very good fighter. His grappling takedown game is awesome. But still, Tucker Lutz just did not do what to do. He didn't do anything. He doesn't know how to defend a takedown. Absolutely, Tucker Lutz should go back to the drawing board and work on his game before taking on any other opponent in MMA. Okay, Pat Sabatini is a good player, no doubt, but when you have an opponent like Tucker Lutz who doesn't know what to do, I don't know. Maybe Pat Sabatini was actually so good that Tucker Lutz just couldn't do anything because Pat Sabatini was on top of his game. Either way, it was a one-sided affair and it was boring fight. Pat Sabatini, I think out of three rounds meaning 15 minutes, I think in 13 minutes out of those 15 minutes, He was over the top of tacklers and he kept his position and just hitting occasional punch, jabs, fists onto tacklers. But as a spectator, such fights are really boring when they become totally one-sided affair. This prelim was utterly underwhelming, I would say. Really boring. Normally, UFC prelims and even early prelims are very good, but this one was an exception. So I'm out of here. Adios.